This week we're going to focus on tempos, which at the top here they tell you that they determine how fast you play. The first symbol that you're going to see, sometimes appearing above your music, our tempos appear above our music, is going to be largo. Largo means very slow. Okay, and I'll give you a very specific tempo for that in a minute. Next one is andante, which means moderately slow. So it's going to be faster than largo. The next one, moderato, all of these are Italian terms, is going to be moderately. And the last one, allegro, means fast. Are there other words that you will see in your band music or in your solos or in your chamber literature? Of course there are. But these are 4 basic food groups. Just like on the right we have our basic dynamics. Are there more dynamics than that? Yes, there are. Just like there are more tempos. Each one of these Italian tempos, largo for example, very slow, eventually got a beat value. We call this BPM, stands for beats per minute. If it was 60 BPM, that would mean that every second would be 1 beat within a minute. So 45 to 49, largo is actually slower than a second on a clock. Andante, moderately slow, is a little faster, but it's still pretty slow, 73 to 77. If you check these on a metronome, you'll find that. Moderato, which means moderately, is even faster, 86 to 97 beats per minute. And then, and most of the stuff we do in band, we do around here when we're working on exercises. Allegro means fast, and this is 110 to 131. Now, you can actually get up to around 250 beats per minute. So, this is relatively slow, even compared to that. But allegro is considered fast. So we have 4 basic tempos I want you to memorize. And of course, there are going to be many others along the way. The words at the bottom here are tempo modifiers, which are usually conducted by a conductor. So the first one, ritardando, and you can see rit is usually how it will appear in your music, usually underneath a measure. Ritardando means to gradually, decrease, or slow tempo or speed. So we're going to write gradually decrease tempo. Accelerando, and here's the symbol for it, that also usually appears below the measure, means to gradually, you guessed it, increase or speed up the tempo or speed. And the last one, rallentando, indicated R-A-L-L. This is usually a spread out over multiple measures. It's a longer, more drawn out one. Tends to mean more dramatic. So we're going to write gradually, decrease, tempo. Now to the right of each of these in red, these tempo modifiers, I put this, L-U. I want you to do the same, just like we did up here with our tempos. And that means, hey, I need to read my music, but I also need to watch the conductor, and it means look up. And I'm going to ask you to write this a lot in your music to make sure that when we come to one of these words, that we're watching the conductor so that we can stay together.